And now, Jim's garden tip.
Summer heat can be very stressful on the lawn. And I've chosen a lawn that has a myriad of problems. So let's take a look at it and see what we can do to diagnose and solve some of these problems. Now, as you can see, we have some areas here that have died out next to areas that are still pretty green. I can take a hold of the grass and pull it out quite readily. That's usually an indicator that we've got a grub called a Billbug grub. The first thing I like to do is to cut a square right where the bad part of the grass turns to good. And if we cut this about 2 inches deep, we can just peel this sod back and see if there's any insects working under here. As you can see, these roots have been eaten off. And as we look a little closer, we start to see the problem. This Billbug grub works right along under the surface of the soil, eating the roots off. As a consequence, the plant starves for food and water and dies. It doesn't take many of these critters to damage or destroy a lawn. So you want to be proactive. Get your grub control and your fertilizers down quickly. When your lawn turf is healthy, you usually don't have much problems with insects, disease, and weeds. But since this lawn has been weakened, we now have insects, some disease, and the weeds are starting to come in and compete with the turf. In this case, we have some annual grasses. This particular grass is called a goose grass. These types of weeds are best controlled early in the spring with what we call a pre-emergence control. But if we get this turf healthy, most of those weeds are going to go away anyway. Join me next time, and I'll show you how to correct some of these problems in your lawn.